I think I got it. I think I got it. We're dealing with an O2 sensor heater circuit code P00135. This is caused by me because I disconnected the harness. The 0135. Mechanic shop here changed the O2 sensor. It's a new one, but let me show you guys. This is the layout for the pinout. C and D are right here. This is the O2 sensor, sensor 1. What do we have? C and D are the heater, one from the fuse and one from the computer, heater control. Now, I do have a signal in both, and I have my homemade test lights. I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. I already did it, and the light came on. Try to do it here. What do we have? We're going to the green. We'll bring another. Where is it? Right here. This is C and D, the pink and the black. So these two, the pink and the black. So the pink and the black Alright, you see? So we do have power ground for the heater. Why do we have the code? It's a brand new sensor. But let me show you guys. You guys see the colors? The colors. Let me bring the light here. The colors. What do we have? What do we have? We have. Let's see if I can bring it from the other side. We have white and blue and two blacks. Now when you connect this connector, now remember here the black and pink are the heater control. There's only one way to connect this harness. When you bring that harness and you connect it, these are the two that we for the heater. When you connect it this way, these are gonna go to, I don't know if you guys see it, the white, okay, the white and blue. So this is wrong. But when you try to flip it and make it fit here, it won't sit. Because these, you see this? It's not in the middle. This is shifted. So the big opening on this side, it sits only one way. So what we can do right now, I'm gonna try to, let me show you guys the O2 sensor. We're gonna either replace it or I'm gonna try to open this and switch them. And I think this is also an aftermarket sensor. So what happened is, I think the owner of this vehicle took the car. They probably did have a bad O2 sensor, and they took it to a shop and they replaced this O2 sensor, and it didn't fix the problem. So actually I can show you here. I think what I'm saying applies here. See it? Let me plug it. See it? When I plug it, the black and the pink goes to the two different color wires, which are for the O2, for the sensor itself, not for the heater. These are the heater ones. So when you put this here, you get a wrong reading. You get an open circuit in the heater. you need to either connect this the other way, which by the way, I lifted the vehicle, and in the bottom, I think the bottom one is original. This comes here because there's another little lock that locks here. So let me see what I can do. And for comparison reasons, these are the values, the current values of the O2 sensors. The sensor 1 is unplugged. Sensor 2 reads 4. It's disconnected. It looks like just like disconnected. One other weird thing, you see this is the used one. The old one, the aftermarket, says A and C and B and D. So C and D should be the heater, and they are the heater, the two wires, and these are the sensor wires. So this is correct. The only problem is the pigtail. This is so crazy that I cannot even find an explanation for it. So I try to just to say that I'm wrong. So I went to OE data and I see the same colors, black and white and pink. Black and white are the heater circuit, and black and white and pink. So the non-OE also correct. What I was able to find out from the owner of the shop, of course, that this vehicle had an engine replacement recently, and it was taken. The donor vehicle was a Chevy Impala 3.4. It's a 2000 Chevy Impala 2.4. So that could be the reason why it has a different sensor. Now, I don't know if the engine came with the exhaust manifold. It's the sensor 1, and it's right there, really close to the manifold, the exhaust manifold. What I was gonna say, oh, the catalytic converter is under the vehicle. It's not on the exhaust manifold. So there's a possibility that they installed this engine with the exhaust manifold that has an O2 sensor already on it. I'm gonna investigate more, although they didn't do the job, somebody else did. And the one other thing I did, actually, I went to all data. I went to 2000 Chevy Impala just to compare the two connectors, and they are the same, A, B, C, D, and C, D are the two pins for the heater. And this is for the, where is it? Sorry. This is for the Monte Carlo 2001, and this is for the Impala 2000. They are identical. So we need to know why there is a, where's the sensor? It was here. Yeah, right here. Why there is a wrong sensor here. They did order another sensor. We're just waiting for it right now. I think I got it. I think I got it. Look at this. This is Chevy Impala 3.4, and this is Chevy Monte Carlo 3.4. Chevy Impala O2 sensor harness, Chevy Malibu O2 sensor harness. Sorry, not Malibu, Monte Carlo, Monte Carlo. Okay, 2001 Monte Carlo 3.4 harness, 2000 Chevy Impala harness. Okay. I think that O2 sensor is for an Impala. And look also the layout of A, B, C, D. A, B on the right side, but here A, B on the left side, which confirms this. C and D, we said, based on the diagram here, this is for the Impala. Again, this is for the Impala. C and D, for both, C and D is the C and D ground and ignition 1 volt pink. This is for the heater, yes. C and D is for the heater. C and D for the heater. So this confirms this one. C and D right here. So when you put it like this, no, this plugs like this. AB would be high signal, low signal. So basically this is exactly what it is. It should be like this. But the harness for the video oxygen sensor, yeah, that backwards, that makes a difference, big difference. And this is backwards actually. So this is for an Impala. This is for Impala. They brought two O2 sensors, and both of them did not work for me. I didn't try them. I could tell from the way the heater wires are in. So what I did, this is the old one that's supposed to be bad, and it's trash to them anyway. So what I did, I switched the wires around just to prove a point to them, to show them that now we're gonna have activity, O2 sensor activity reading, and we're not gonna have that code anymore. So yeah, we're gonna use this as a temporary fix until they figure out what. And I think they might install this engine with the wire harness on it already. So I think this wire harness is for an Impala. Sorry, yes, for Impala, as the engine is, not for the Malibu. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to fix this mess here. The sensor is plugged. Car started beautifully. Fuel trims are 0 now. This will adjust itself. The downstream sensor is working now. Before it wasn't working. The upstream is not working. That should be switching. I'm not sure what's going on here, but we might have a problem with the sensor itself, or it's not compatible with the engine since it is for a different vehicle. But I wanted to see a 0 here. We're going to clear the codes. Display codes, no fault codes. We should have a sensor 1 performance code. Alright, let's go back. No fault codes. This is crazy. This video actually reminds me of, and I really advise you guys to subscribe to their channels. Two of the best on YouTube. Ivan from Pine Hollow Auto Diagnostics, and Eric O. What's the name of the channel? South Main Auto Channel. They did a case study together, and it was I think it was a 2004 Mitsubishi Galant, and it had a 2005 Mitsubishi Galant engine replacement, and they had a check engine light complaint, and it was an O2 sensor code, and they were dealing with a similar issue. It was really interesting video to watch. I think I watched that video I think a year ago or a year and a half ago, but it's good, you know. Always keep in mind what you watch, and don't try to force it to whatever you see, but sometimes we'll you know, you'll have a similar case. But yeah, hydrogen by itself. Before, the fuel trims, no codes, still no codes. Before, by that time, the O2 sensor code comes right back on, but data. Where do we go? Engine or fuel trim data. Short trim, fuel trim 0, 0. Sensor 2 is working fine. Heater command is on. Where's sensor 1? I don't like sensor 1 activity, but we'll keep an eye on it. I wish that we get a code, but I don't have a code. No codes. I guess that's a fix. Thank you guys for watching. Literally, I just came back from briefing the owner of the shop that I told him I think we're gonna have a code, but it's not gonna be a heater code. It's gonna be a sensor performance code because you know, me watching the live data, and I come back to the scanner and I see P134. Before we had P0135, but now P0134. Low O2 activity bank 1 sensor 1. I told him to go to the shop that replaced the engine and find out if they switched the harness around, what happened exactly. This sensor does not belong to this harness, bottom line. That's it. Thank you. Every time I say this video is over, there's an update to it. Now they wanted me to use the sensor that they already bought that was there, and to use it since this is a good sensor. Well, I told them I don't know if the specification of this sensor is going to be compatible with that engine or the computer, whatever reading it needs. So based on this, so what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna cut it, I'm just gonna using a pick. I didn't know how to do it before, but now I know. All you have to do is shove it up there, and it will push that little thing. See that little thing inside? So when you push that here, when you push your pick inside, it will lower this down, and then you'll be able to pull it out. So I'm gonna switch these wires and we'll install it and check the performance. Alright, so the new modified sensor is here. As you guys see, this is the two blacks for the heater now correspond with this black and pink. I switched these around as I show you guys, and I started the car. No check engine light. Let's see if this will go by itself. Alright, let's delete it. Display codes, yes. Display codes. No fault codes. Go back to old data. Why I keep saying old data? Live data. Fuel trim. Yeah, I still don't like it. I don't like it. Right here. Alright, the code's gonna go back right here. It's stuck on 447 millivolts. This should be switching between 60 and 700 or 600 or 800 millivolts. That code is gonna come back again. I don't know if this is a like the sensor is not compatible, or is it? Could be the computer, to be honest with you guys. I don't know. But I'm done with this vehicle. It needs a proper sensor. I'm done. I'm done. Well, I lost count. I don't know how many times I say it was the end of the video, but I come and I grab my phone and record. I told the shop to order the correct O2 sensor, and they asked me what is correct, and I told them let's try getting a 2000 Chevy Impala O2 sensor and check it out. And they did actually, and they called me, they said it's here. I was working on the lights were not coming on, and I just replaced the combination switch. But isn't that crazy? This is a 2000 Chevy Impala sensor, and this is a Monte Carlo. Remember, That's a two-door Monte Carlo. They got me this. This is the part number for it. I told them to order 2000 Chevy Impala 3.4 upstream sensor. This is the one that we modified. I just took it off. And this is the new sensor. And two good indicators. First, you see that two black wires for the heater. The one we had a problem with. They line in front of these two heater wires, which is good. And the second indicator, look at the inside of it. It is what do you call it, engraved, made the same male and female on this harness. You remember this one? And this is a Monte Carlo one, or what they send us as a Monte Carlo. You see how it has only one what do you call it, separator in the middle on one side. This one has two. So based on AutoZone system, this is an Impala upstream auto sensor. I don't care, Impala, Toyota, whatever. I'm just gonna plug it and bring you guys along with the live data. Okay, so let's start the vehicle. I still don't see any switching. I don't like that. Now we have the correct sensor, but I think we have a problem in the wiring. Well, the engine's still cold. It's still in closed loop. Let me graph this and graph this. Number two, I don't think we have a problem with it. But number one, fuel trim definitely adjusting itself. We might have a fix here. Go to engine. Oh. Yeah, 0134. I want to delete it. Well, it says history. I'm not sure if that's correct or not. Erase code. Yep. Okay. Tackle the key. Start the vehicle. Again. Alright, no fault codes. I'm gonna keep the car running for a little bit and bring you guys for the final results. Vehicle's been running for 5 minutes. Well, before it took a minute for that check engine light to come back on, but this is the upstream. It is switching, although it's switching between like 300, 400 and 800. I was expecting it to get as low as 100 millivolt, but anyways, if the computer happy, I'm happy. But I think this car is going to have a check engine light, and this time is going to be This time is going to be 420 Cadillac converter. See it? That's the downstream O2 sensor. And trust me, the two harnesses are really far away from each other. You guys probably looking at this, you're thinking, oh, this is probably the upstream. No, it's not. Also, at the same time, they designed it that you cannot mistake them. Like the downstream O2 sensor is a female pigtail. The upstream is a male. So, but again, if the computer happy, owner of the shop happy, I'm happy. Beautiful fuel trims. Remember, before this used to be plus 27. That was because of the O2 sensor. Wrong O2 sensor. It's crazy, really crazy, but I am happy that I caught it in the act. And thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button for more case studies like this, interesting ones.